My mom and dad were Salvation Army officers, so I grew up in the church, was active. And then, especially as I got into my teenage years and went to college, I kind of fell away from it. And it wasn't a big part in my life. Started to really get away from it. Everything else was a higher priority. And then in 1985, we got Hurricane Juan came, and we wound up getting 35 inches of water in the house, a little bit more in the garage. Had a car for maybe a month and a half, got totaled, and basically lost everything. We were overinsured on the structure and had no contents insured. And we were taken in by Cindy's sister and her husband. So we lived with them and the kids, moved in, and we were there for 3 months. And one of the first weekends after we moved in with them, they invited us to their church. So we said, yeah, okay, we'll go. Went that Sunday with them, and they were having a luncheon at the church. Started getting introduced to different people. This was a little Lutheran church in New Orleans that they went to. They were saying, well, what's the story? What are you here for this Sunday? And so the story comes out about, hey, we lost everything, the hurricane. Then they started saying, well, we have this, if you can use it. And there was just an outpouring of love. And it took me by shock, because I don't even know these people, and here they are showing concern. It attracted me. And I felt that even though this wasn't our church, it drew me back. And so we started going to church again on a fairly regular basis. But still at that time, it was more out of a sense of it was the right thing to do. It was a good thing to do. And there was a lot of good that went on in the church. Well, in '89, we wound up moving up here. And by that time, we had a church home. And this was at Broadmoor Methodist here in Baton Rouge. We'd gotten involved in a Sunday school class, and some of the people had started talking about this Emmaus program. And I said, no, I'm not interested. So for 3 years, I said no. And then finally, Cindy said, I'd kind of like to go. And they say it's better if husband and wife both go and experience it, because then you have an understanding of what's going on. I said, okay, I'll go. And it was a life-changing experience. And it made me see that, first of all, there was a renewal of my dedication to Christ. And it also made me see that it wasn't just going, my faith was not just a Sunday thing with a presence in church, that it was something that needed to be lived daily. And as easy as it sounds, sometimes it's a struggle. So I've been on a journey ever since where there's been a desire to be a disciple, not just a member of a church. With that, my participation in various activities has grown. I think it's so easy to be a spectator. It's easy to become apathetic at times. it's not that you don't notice a problem, but to actually have an awareness and desire to do something about it. I think that that's something that at times that I've really struggled with. I think that a church is a good example of how differences can come together and be so, we can become something so united and to make a difference. But it doesn't come easy. It takes work, and it takes a lot of love and a lot of faith and hope. And now, can't imagine being without the church, and definitely without faith in Christ.